I never seen a fish swim in the air. And as I look, we've got a lot of young people that are not productive, that are not producing. Um, I'm not a millionaire. Let me see. I don't know. Could be, could not be. Let me take that back. I don't know what I am just yet. But I'll say this. Uh, I think it depends upon how you operate, your production, how I watch, to give you an example, and I'm not going to call you all out, but you all know the situation I'm talking about and your situations, like diligently moving and diligently trying to get something done. There's some things there's no way I can let them sit for a certain amount of time without necessarily doing those things and moving towards progression of those things. You don't have a house, you have a car not working. Yeah, and especially if those are the things that are going to be responsible for getting you money or getting you live. For instance, you've got a truck. That truck is your means of livelihood. There's certain things you move urgently to. You got a lawnmower. You got a weed eater. That's the way you make your money. And that's your means of livelihood. And you immediately want to give attention to that truck. You immediately want to give attention to that lawnmower. You guys procrastinate too long and too much. You wait. You procrastinators. You're procrastinators. Right? Can I get personal with you all? Can we talk personal so I can help you? I can help you. Okay? Because it helped me. That's how I become successful in certain areas of my life. How long has your car been there? How long? A week. It's too long. That's your means of transportation. That's how you move back and forth. That's how you get around. That's your livelihood. You have to move quickly. All right. Give an example so you can think sharply. Nixon, how long that car been over there? The Chrysler, a week. And that's you have your wife. She has to get to work. You have to. That's a means you move. You move. Okay. Time for you, son, Gerard. You're moving progressively. You got to get your prerogative right. You got a sharp phone. It's a sharp apple. Whatever it is, it's sharp. But you don't need an apple now. You got some other prerogatives. You can't live in that apple. See, you got an Apple phone, but you got to get a place to stay. I'm helping you all. I want y'all to get. See, people won't tell you this kind of stuff. Vlad and I just had a conversation. Something he's trying to buy, and I said, "Did you check the price before you decide to buy?" Those are kind of things that you think that you don't get those kind of thoughts from the average young person's mind thinks different than an older mind. And by the time you get a mind to think it, you'd have missed so many opportunities. I don't make perfect decisions. Sometimes I mess up on them, you know. But let me tell you what get respect first in your house. Good decisions get good respect in your house. Your wife will sit back and watch you, and when she see you have a master brain, she'll admire that kind of brain and respect your wisdom and respect your decisions. But when you don't make good decisions, she don't trust your decisions, and so she's rebellious to your decision because she don't trust the decisions you make because they always get y'all in trouble. They always get your house rent behind. They always get sudden loss. There's always a catastrophe behind your decision. So she doesn't trust your judgment. But when you make good decisions that she can trust, then you don't have as big an argument with her because she knows that you make good decisions. So as you start doing things like buying games instead of paying bills, I put a post on today that I thought was very powerful. I thought it was at least. We live in a sad world when you get complimented for doing what you should always do. People say, my children should not tell me thank you for being a good father. You're supposed to be a father. Thank you for paying bills. You're supposed to do that. Thank you for going to work. You're supposed to do that. If you pay your bills in your house, light, water, you've only done what you're supposed to do. Now, you start doing something when you do extra. Or paying a bill, going to work, you ain't done nothing. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you said you're going to do when you get married. But because most people don't do it, it makes you feel special when you do it. But that's what you're supposed to do. See? So those are things that you think like you have to think. You got to get your thinking right. Now, I'm trying to help you to think different because once you start thinking differently, you thinking like I was sitting in the barber shop today. Me and two guys were having a conversation. It got heated, and I got in the middle of the congregation. One is a thinker, he's a saver, and the other one is a spender. And we start talking and going in our conversation, and so I'm just want to kind of pour out to you guys because see, we can be church talk the spiritual aspect, but survival is coming out in that real world. And I don't know if our young men are prepared to make successful thinking in their homes, even our young ladies, successful thinking in their in their finances, successful thinking in the way they do, successful thinking because the thoughts that you make and the decisions you make are going to affect you in the long run. See, you and I think totally different. And sometimes I put you in challenges and put you in places to see what you'll do, just to see your mindset and see your thinking and come back and help you correct that so that won't be the rest of your life thinking. So when I'm calling you on the spot and I'm saying certain things, even when I'm talking today, I'm using you for an example. I'm not going into your detailed business, but I'm letting you know the difference between the way somebody with money think and somebody without money think, somebody with success think and the way somebody without success think. It's the thinking pattern that white America has. It's different than black America. It's a thinking pattern because they understand the priority. See, right now, you have been brought out of a condition that you had to depend upon people to pick you up and take you somewhere. And you should never want to be back in that dependency state again. And whatever it takes to get out of that state, you fight to get out of that state because you were put in that state, and so you'll get reverted back in it. Now, tell you the difference. I tell you the difference now. And Essie is recovering. We thank God that she's recovering and the Lord is blessing her. But now I'm going to show you the difference between her mindset. Essie couldn't stay here 1 week. She couldn't stay in this church 1 week. So whatever you want to say about her, 1 week she couldn't stay in this church. She said, I got to get out of here. I got to find me a place. I thank God for the church. I thank God for I cannot stay here. I need a place. Whatever I need to do to get a place. I do not want to stay in the Salvation Army. I got to get a place. And her mindset, her persist, her now you notice now, you watch. She has no job, no money. Okay? But in a week, she got a place of her own across the street from the church. It's her mindset. Because she don't want to be dependent upon anybody. Now, you can look at anything you want to look at it. You can say this way, Esther done did this, Esther done did that, Esther done did that, Esther done that. But one thing Esther didn't want to do is stay and depend upon anybody else. Man, you had a talk the other day. Now, I'm saying this. We're family tonight, so I talked to one of the other young men the other day. We were talking. He came, his son, his wife, to ask me for some money. I said, don't ever send your wife to ask me for no money, to borrow nothing from me. Don't even send her to pick it up. You come to me. You put your wife in a position. That's what make women not respect you. That's what make them not look at you because you put them in those positions to have to do something that you should have to do. If your bills fall behind, you be the one that say something. You be the one that confront it. It's the mindset that you got. So I want to talk about these things today. Talk about a mindset. And this is what kind of help you in life. It's the mind. You know, I've been talking about positive thinking, and I'm going to talk about progressive thinking. That's what I'm starting a lesson on progressive thinking. Positive thinking and progressive thinking. And progressive thinking means you want to get better and better and better, and you don't want to get settled because your mind can get settled in a state and you don't want to do any better. You can adjust to your situation. And when you adjust to your situation, you do nothing to get out of it because you become comfortable there. You adjust. You can adjust to a nasty room. You can adjust to a nasty house. You can adjust to, any situation. You know, I've kind of adjusted to a junky room there in the office. I'm getting out of that. I got to do better. I've adjusted to it because I come and I work there. That's what I have to do. So you can't, you have to become irritated with not having your own. You have to become irritated with not progressing. You have to become irritated with not doing better. That's how you got to become. And when you become irritated, that irritation by not being able to do, it keeps you from becoming comfortable in certain situations. Okay. So let's first of all talk about progression. Let's talk about slowfulness, and let's define what slowfulness is. What is slowfulness? What does it mean to be slowful? I define slowful as when you see something that need to be done now and you decide to do it later for no apparent reason at all. Not because you got something else that's important that needs to be done. You just decide that you're not, I don't want to do it today. Not today. Not today. And you start putting it aside. Not today. Now remember, I want y'all to remember again, your mindset is going to determine how people see you. It's going to determine how you see yourself. And it's going to determine how others respect you. It is. It really is. That's going to really determine how people see you, how people respect you, and how people. And I think even in, like it's the image that you have, and the image that you produce within yourself. It's the image. Uh, there's an image. If you see just it just ought to be in you. If you see a woman in particularly uh, your woman or your wife, if you see her struggling to carry the kids in and you're around and you let her do that and you just walk by, the image that you portrayed is that you're insensitive, and that's femaleish. You know, you talk about sissy being like that, but it's also femaleish for me to see. It's feminine for me to see a woman taking on a male's responsibility, and I'm not there, and I allow her to take that male's responsibility, and a stronger person is there. Okay, what do you say about a man that see a man beating up a woman, and he don't say something? Or what do you say about a woman seeing a man seeing a woman trying to struggle to pick up something, he just pass her by? See, even if you do it, it's the image that you see. And a lot of time, for instance, if you got a car that has air conditioning and you got one that don't have air conditioning, get the one with air conditioning to your wife. If you got you always give her the best. Why? It's the image that you want to see. You want to see a hard image that I can take more than you can take. I can. Some guys are comfortable with not having that image, but then that's where the lack of respect comes. You want to be the one that save from destruction, save from problem. That's the whole image. If you look at television, the image is somebody break in the house, the man goes stand up and whoop them. That's the image that you want to portray. As a man, you want to be the defender, you want to be the protector, you want to be the one that saves. You want to be the one that use wise decisions. Now you get that even on your jobs. If you got a job, they're watching what kind of decisions you make. I'm watching what you're gonna do for your personal life. See, if you don't do something for your personal life, you ain't gonna want to do nothing with my business. If you won't do nothing with your own personal life, if you sit right there in your own personal life and you got something that's in your personal life. If I say, for instance, I got a business, a lawn business, Todd. I got a lawn business, and I want you to do my lawn. If I come and your yard is all routed up, what would make me think you're gonna do a good job on my yard and you ain't doing a good job on your own yard? So it's certain things that you're certain places that you're going and certain place that you're trying to get in life, you want to be able to display certain characters. When I tell y'all be on time for church and be faithful to church and call in if you're gonna miss and all these kind of things like that. I'm not telling you those things for me. I'm telling you those things so I can teach you how to act in the real world, because in the real world they've got accountability. Everything you do is accountability. And if you don't learn accountability, you're not gonna go far in life. If you don't learn how to be accountable to yourself, if you don't learn consistency, consistency. Now let me show you something. The first thing is not slothful in business. You organize your own life. Okay? Look at the book of Romans chapter 12 and 11. Let's talk about business. All right, Romans chapter 12 and 11. You guys follow me? Jump on things. Don't let them just stay there. Don't let them just pile up. Now somebody gonna pat you on the back. They're gonna tell you good. See, that's the difference between a friend and a father. See, that's the difference between a friend and a father. A friend will tell you what you want to hear. A father will tell you what you need to hear, and he'll help perfect you. And I believe that. So I'm one of the things I like, and I'm starting to see, and I'm watching, and I'm observing, and that is I'm seeing some of you all take a hold of some of the advice and counsel that I'm giving you, and it's starting to bring production in your life. It's starting to, but so now you got to go to the next level and follow those same instructions. If you listen to them, they will work. They will work. So let's deal with slothful in its business. Romans chapter 12 and 11. Uh, did I say 12 and 11? Yes. 12 and 10. Be kindly affectionate one to the other with brotherly love. Affectionate. Let's deal with affectionate. That's one thing a lot of men don't have is affectionate. Affections when it comes down to even people and things and situations, wives, children, even people in the church. But affection affects. That's why it's called affection. You know, uh, when we deal with each other, that's feelings. Affection is feeling. You feel stuff. You feel people. That makes you a real person. So, in other words, uh, I'm sensitive. I'm affectionate. So I'm sensitive what I say about you, Gerard, or what I say to you, or how I deal with you, how I deal with your situation. Because some people can just say anything and everything and don't feel nothing, and that's why they're able to do. I feel what I feel if I do something to you. That's what it made me come back and say, you know what, I'm sorry. And that builds our relationship because I can actually feel it. I'm actually in tune to what I said, actually in tune to what I've done. If I say something or do something to hurt you, it affects me. That's what affection does. So if you ever been looking at a show and you seen somebody get slapped, boom, and you feel it within yourself and you hurt yourself and say, "Ooh, man, that hurt." Or somebody do something embarrassing, and when they do it, you like want to go outside. You don't even feel embarrassed for them. Anybody ever done that? That's affectionate. But that protects us. And the reason that protects us, because that protects how we respond to other people. Because me being able to be in tune with how you feel, it makes me sensitive, so it's going to protect me with my relationship with people. You need that, especially in a marriage, because sometimes you can say some hurtful things and damaging things, you don't even feel them at all, and that's why you say them. There's certain things I can say to people, but I don't say those things because I know how they would hurt, how it would feel if it was done to me. So that's affectionate. So that's the first thing in any type of business, any type of relationship that you have with people, you have to be able to feel that. If I got a business and I'm doing something and somebody come to me and say, I like to buy a cheeseburger, I said, well, what kind you want? Well, we ain't got that kind. I mean, that's what you want. No, we don't serve. You get it one way and that's it. I mean, you see, I don't feel that. So because you don't feel that, and that's what, if you ever dealt with nasty people that talk in the kind of way, saying the kind of thing, it's because they don't have affection. They don't feel nothing. But if you're going to be involved with people, if you're going to be involved in ministry, you're going to be involved with business, you're going to be involved with anything. Jesus wept. He cried. When he saw what those people were going through, he cried. We have a high priest that can be touched with the feelings of our infirmities. So that's very important that you're able to be sensitive to that. So he said, be, and then what is that going to allow you to do? See, right? Be kindly affectionate. So what would that allow me to do then? Once I'm affectionate, what is that going to produce in me? Kindness. So people that are rude, they're rude because they can't feel nothing. And because they can't feel nothing, they're not kind. I'm kind because I feel how people feel when I say things. I feel how people feel when I do things. And because of that, that's the response that they get out of me is kindness. So when I don't have that affection, I'm not kind. So I say, whatever. And you can be crying, and I'm sitting there and see you crying, not a tear come out of my eyes, and I caused it. A killer can stab you and beat you down. A man can stab a woman and beat her down and look at her and not walk her, not even shed a tear and walk right out and leave her there bleeding and dead. He don't feel nothing because he don't have affection. Mrs. Cowart got some bad arguments when we were young, and I wanted to hear them. I wanted to hear them. I wanted to hear her. She probably wanted to hear me too. My mama done made me mad enough. I probably wanted to hear her. Now, two things about that. I wasn't stupid. Because all my brothers would have buried me. My brother and my sister, would have buried me. But then I'm looking at my mother. One time me and my mom got in a real bad argument, and I picked her up. I picked up by both sides of her arms. I was feeling myself, Sister Jack. I say, because she told me I wasn't gonna go nowhere. And she was standing right in front of me, and I picked up. I said, "Move, little lady," and I sat on the side, and she went upside my head too, boy. But I picked up just like this, Wallace. I picked up because my mom always been small. Boy, I thought I was sudden, boy. I lift up just like that. I said, "Move, little lady," and then I felt something hit me upside the head. It was hurting. And something said hit her, but I couldn't hit my mama. I couldn't even lift my hand to hit my mother because I felt that. So that's what I'm saying. When you have the affection, it produces the level of kindness. Some people are not kind because they don't have any affections, and because they don't have no affections, they have no feelings. Because they have no feelings, they don't know how you feel when they do things or say things. It doesn't hurt. I can't see people get shots. I can't see people get cut. I can't see any of that. If I see any of that, I start feeling it, and I pass out because I can't take it. I feel their pain. When we go to the doctor to get shots, I don't get shots. I mean, I don't like to see nobody else get no shot because I know how I feel. I was passing out. They were trying to take my blood. I was passing out. If I see them, the movies with blood and all that stuff that y'all watching, all the movies and stuff like that, I can't watch nothing like that. I just close my eyes because I start feeling it, start crying easy. They didn't have to do him like that, man. They killing Freddy Krueger. I'm saying, and they didn't have to kill him like that. They could have just shot him. They had to cut the man's head off. You with me? Y'all follow me? I go to people's funeral. They be crying. I don't know people. I'm crying right along with them, and people think I'm in the family because that's affection. Now he says this. He said, "Be kind," and then he says, "Affectionate one towards another, with brotherly love and honor, preferring one another." Then in that verse 11 is what I want you guys to get, and especially young men, not slothful in business, but fervent in the spirit, serving the Lord. So say, not slothful, but fervent. Fervent mean on fire. I mean, zealous to do. Not slothful, but fervent. Now, most of you all, the young men, and it's good when you're just by yourself. Y'all got a laid back mentality. I want to help y'all with that. It's not, and I don't think you're just doing it just to do it, but you have a laid back mentality, and really a lot of things, really, nothing really matters. There's no urgency for nothing. Just kind of like laid back. Just kind of like, you know, real slow. It's kind of like, uh, you know, it's a fire over there, Vlad. Okay, let me get some water. Let me put it out. Oh, uh, April, Where the water? Right, Vlad? I think I'm walking like you, Vlad. Hey, bro. Is it not? Let's see. That becomes, now I'm not trying to change the person you are. That's not what I'm trying to do. But I want you to understand when you're sitting out scoping business, there's got to be something that put an urgency in you that says, okay, look, I got to move. And most leaders, you study the life of most leaders, they have a fast pace. They're fervent. They're moving. Because they gotta think quick. They gotta move quick. You're gonna make it in this. You got if you're gonna go in this. It's like driving. I was driving. I had a brother driving me from Georgia. Brother Rand, he's a good guy. He was driving. We got on that. He drive good in Statesboro, but man, we got on that highway. He was driving 35. I said, hey man. I said, hey, no, Brother Rand, you got to speed up. I mean, he thought he was okay. I'm in Jacksonville, Brittany. He driving 35 in Jacksonville. I said, no, bro, you gonna have to you gotta speed up now. 35 on 35 on 95. No, 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 no. But so you got to come out of your zone. You got to come out of your zone as where you are, and then you get in the working realm. Now, what people say, they use the term, they use the term in the fast lane. Y'all never heard that in a business term? But have anybody heard that used? How you heard it used in the term? Can you somebody give me one way that you've heard that word used? You've heard it, but I mean living in, all right. So that's what it say.
Living in the fast lane.
Living in the fast lane. See, there's a fast lane that you get in. That you get in the business world. That's the fast lane. That's moving. I mean, in the course of a day, I got this to do, this to do, this to do, this to do, this to do. If I was moving at the pace of some of y'all, I'd never get it done. Every day, boom, 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 down, back and forth, boom, 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 just moving, moving, moving. Got a call over here, call over there, call over there, this to do over here, that to do over there. All right, take care of that, do that. Jackie did this down here, this did it, that move, that. We gotta do that. That's business, man. That's why I say you can't be slowful in business. You gotta have that moving mentality. Everything things happen in life. You can't give all your attention to one thing that happened in life. If you're not multitask and you can't give one thing happen to shut your whole life down. I mean everything shut down. And you got to give all your attention to that one thing. You got to be able. So that's talking about the fast lane. So that's why I said not slowful in business. So find out what you need to do. Find out all the things that are important. Then you prioritize. Make sure those things are done up and running first. You're gonna need for you to work. You're gonna need a good car. All right. There's essentials for you to be able to work. What's more important, your job or your car? Both. What's more important? Well, let's get some other questions. What you think? Your job? You know, right? Who say your job is more important? Right? Who say your car is more important? Okay. So we got a mixture. Some people say your car. I want to hear from y'all. I probably already know what y'all say. All y'all car people, you saying, because if you ain't got no car, you ain't gonna have no job. You lose your job. That's another point. Brittany said you can lose your job, but if you got a car, you can go get another one. And then what about the people that say, well, you got to have a car, a job to pay for the car? See, so we got two sides of that. All right, because if you ain't got no job to pay for the car, then but your point is good, and I think both of us got to look at. So both of those are important, but you can't hardly have one without the other. I can't have a good unless people have crippled you. When people cripple you and they make too many excuses for you, then you're able to have some things without the other because you always know people will fall in for you. And then that cripples you for where you are. See, my mom got to a point she would not help me with certain things. And I knew she could help me with certain things. She wouldn't help me with certain things because she didn't want to cripple me. See, when you get to the real world, if people have crippled you, then you're not going to be able to do it. So that's why we slowful. So it said not slowful in business. So when you get down to business, your car is important, your job is important. Those are two things you want to make sure that you keep up with. Keep up with the car, keep up with the job. Keep up with the car, keep up with the job. Now, if that thing's break down and you hear your car and the engine sound funny or sound like it's funny, then what you gonna do? You gonna take care of it. Or get bad on it. You gonna take care of it. You gonna wait. Why? Because your mind is thinking you're foreseeing. You're saying, well, if this happened, how am I gonna get to work? If this happened, how am I gonna do this? So you're foreseeing. That's what it means, not slowful in business. Knowing what the consequences of what you don't do now and move urgently on will cost you. And every single day, I will. If I have something I need to be done, I will aggravate it until it's done. I'm not gonna rest until it's done because I understand that's my. I went to the bank the other day. They told me I couldn't open an account. They said I couldn't open an account. I know I was right. I know. I done studied the laws of the state of Florida. I know that they were supposed to be able to open me an account, and they told me I had to have all these people open that account. I went to the bank down there, and they told me no. I got up. I say, "You don't know what you're talking about." He said, "Well, I work here." I said, "Okay, who work here? You and your boss wrong." He said, "No." I said, "I'm going to another bank, and they're gonna open this account on one of y'all banks." He said, "No, I guarantee they won't." I went to the bank down there. And they told me the same thing. The lady there was getting ready to open the account. She said, "No, we can't open." I said, "I look." I said, "Y'all are inconsistent." So I went back and I went down to that bank. Did you go with me to that last bank? You went with me when I opened the account. You and Sashir went when I had went to one, two, three banks, but I know what I wanted. But nobody gonna stop me from doing what I wanted, and I continued to do it and it took me almost that whole day because I went the other day. But when I know that I'm right, and I know that I want something, and I don't care what anybody say, I'm gonna work to. I'm not an easy quitter. I'm not an easy quitter. So you got to get that kind of mindset when it come down to business. So I sat there with that lady, got that account open, and I went back to both of them banks and said, "Now, didn't I tell you didn't know what you was talking about?" So, hey, I'm saying, I'm saying you got to get that kind of fighting mentality, push and fight, and say, "This is what I want. This is what I want to do. This is how I want to have it," and don't be slothful in it, because sometimes in the real world, in the American real world, where it's dominated by a lot of time racist whites. Now everybody white ain't racist, but there are some racist whites, some racist blacks too. If they know that you that type of person that's slow in business and easy to give up, they'll put those obstacles in your life to stop you. I got an email that some of them wrote about me because I've been staying on them, and they're gonna give me justice. I ain't gonna stop to everybody down there in jail. I'm telling you. They had an email that says he just won't give up. They wrote it talking about themselves. He just won't give up. I'm not. I'm a fighter. When I know I'm right, I'm fighting for it. So that's the kind of stuff that you guys have to do that make it through. You ain't gonna just walk through and it come easy. Your education goals ain't gonna just come easy. Ain't gonna just come easy. You gotta move. Right now, I know I gotta go to school. So you know what I got? I got that LST, that LSAT. I'm studying that book. I'm trying to get what I need to get in my brain, that what I need to get in my head. I ain't gonna be able to put my hand on it and say, Holy Ghost, put it in there. I know that I gotta read. I gotta read. I gotta do something. You gotta work yourself out of situations. You gotta work yourself out. I had a situation happen to me. I drive bad. I'm getting better. I drive. I had to go over to for I had man I had some points. I had some points. Real bad points. I think I got so many tickets there. You remember that, right? I had so many tickets. I had to go to special school. I had to go to the special school for driving. They wouldn't let me in no more classes. I had to have them hardship license. because I drive. But then I start thinking, if I go back one more time, they ain't gonna let me have no life. That'd be bad to see a pastor on a bicycle riding to church. So why y'all pastor riding a bicycle? I got a bicycle and a briefcase on the back with a little basket like Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz. Y'all pass by, praise the Lord, a horse. But you know what? I had to think about it. I started thinking different. I haven't always thought that way, business mind, fast, business. I mean, because I didn't always have my priorities straight, but you got to do that if you're trying to get in business, if you're trying to survive in this world. So not slowful. What is it that you got that you've been waiting on a while to do that you need to try to pursue and focus in on your goals, your visions, your thoughts? Uh, uh, Look at this. Go quickly to the book of Hebrews, chapter 6 and 12. Now, Todd, you got a good business. That business going, Quint, you and Todd, what happened to y'all business? See? What happened? Tell me what's going on with it. Y'all started out promoting and talking about it, got everybody getting y'all's. What happened?
I let the truck go back to the dealership I had got it from.
Now you see why black folk don't like to deal with black folk? See? Because I gave you the opportunity to put you out there. And I had all the business that you needed. I put it out there. I promoted it, pushed it out there, put you out there to help you. And that was a livelihood that you all could have made because y'all was getting some major business. Y'all was getting some major business. So I'm saying you all, but I don't know whatever agreement y'all made between each other. You had the mold, you had the truck, you had something got in the way of that. That was your cash cow. Y'all ain't never heard of a cash cow. That's it. That's your thing that make you money. And you kill a cow. If I got a cow that's making money and he buy milk, I ain't gonna eat it. I ain't gonna kill him. We're gonna keep him alive. Now the other one that ain't bringing no milk, I kill him. He's a liability. Now y'all got a business. Y'all had all these. You started out with a business that had already had business because everybody in the church would have supported you in that business and would have had you to do the yard. But somewhere your priorities aren't straight. That was extra money. So you got to work yourself out. I ain't never seen so many soft boys because you got a regular job. If you really want to get out of the hole, you're gonna have to get another job too sometime, a sidekick job on the weekend job. If you really want to be advanced, so I look at your daddies and your mamas and stuff work. My mama had 4 jobs. Now there's a gentleman that took the place of being like a father to me. His name was Ellis Samuel Stevenson. That's where I learned my work ethics from and my work habits from. He worked for the Chevrolet dealer as a car salesman. All right, you remember Ellis Stevenson? Worked as a Chevrolet dealer. He had 10 kids. Worked as a Chevrolet dealer as a car salesman. He worked at the Polk County School Board cleaning the schools, and on Saturday he worked as a lawn man mowing yard, 3 yards. So I mean, three jobs. All of mowing the white people yard down there in Cypress Garden and cleaning the school. And every morning he'd get us, we go work with him. That's how I used to make my money, $10, $11. All the kids in the neighborhood would go work with him. Now that's what y'all call hustling now. But back then it was just called working. But see, those are the kind of things that bring you above. See, now everything's soft, you know. Everybody want that kind of stuff now, but that's how you work out. That's how your parents worked out. That's how your mothers worked out. That's how they worked out of those conditions that they did. Now, y'all had a perfectly good business, but see what happens, you create now non-dependability. Now, I would have invested in y'all business, but I was waiting to see what y'all were going to do for 6 months. A young man came over there the other day. He came. I'm going to tell you what I did. This young man came over here. I didn't have to ask him nothing. He came and mowed this yard every single week. Got his, remember that time? Got his equipment. I gave him money in this business. I just gave it to him. I was going to partner with him in business, but say I don't like to invest in nothing that I'm going to put in and then I'm going to lose money in. Now, he don't have to give me that back, but I saw what he was trying to do with his own self, what incentive he had himself, and I put money in him because he was trying to do something himself. That same thing I'd have did. I said, let me give it before I put any money in it. Let me give it 6 months. I wouldn't have wanted nothing in return because I like to help people get on their feet. But say, I'm gonna sit back and see what you're gonna do without any money. That's the kind of person I am. Because if you'll do something on your own, then I don't mind pouring into you. This boy don't even go to church. But when I saw him willing to get up and come and mow this church job without asking for a dime and did a good job on it, I said, come here, let me help you. Because he needed something he needed done. I said, let me help you. The first I was going to go in business with him. And then I thought about it. I said, no, let me not do it that way. Tylex was part of the ones that went down there, and I just put in his hand. There's many people around here that you'll never even know that I have put money in. There's a lady on the phone the other day. She was talking, saying, when I needed something to do something, ain't nobody give me no money. You poured that money into me, and you helped me, and I appreciated you for it because and that's just for anybody that's trying to do something for themselves, trying to make something for themselves. I'm supporting Jackie T business now because I see her trying to do something for herself. She's trying to make something of herself. And so Sherry's in there trying to sell something. So I don't just do that because I like you or because I want to see you doing something. And then my reward out of it is seeing to be able to look back and say, you know what? I helped this brother along the way. And I would always look at and say, I helped him go a little further. I helped them go a little further. I helped them produce that. They ain't got to come back and give me nothing in return. I just want to be able to see somebody do something better. But I got to see something. I got to see you making an effort yourself. You don't help people that ain't helping themselves. You don't help people that ain't doing nothing for themselves. Now y'all had to. So I'm encouraging y'all to go back, get what needs to be done. That truck was a money maker, man. Y'all could have expanded that thing, you know, and gone forth and made it. And I knew, see, matter of fact, I probably could have got y'all 5 contracts, would have pulled y'all off the job for good. But you know why I wasn't giving to you? Because I figured y'all was going to do just what you're going to do now. And if I gave you that job and them people depending upon me and I gave it to them and they say, Cowart, we don't trust nobody else you're going to send. You just sent us somebody, told us that they were going to do our yard and they quit and now we got to find somebody else. I can't put my business out like that. Because there are people that trust my judgment. They call me and say, hey, Pastor, I'm selling tea now, not for me, just because of my name and people knowing who I am. And I'm not saying that braggingly. You did it, you did. Okay, call, just give them a call now. But I got to have somebody I can depend upon that I can't send nobody and say, okay, I go down there and tell the banks, all right, I'm going to give this brother, let's give them the bank contract and let them do all your banks. Get them the restaurant contract. Let them do all your restaurants. Give them this contract. Let them do all of that. If I go do that and then you ain't consistent with it, they're going to come back and look at me. So the Washington's doing something. I like what she's doing over there. I called the other day. It ain't much, but I said, I want to be a blessing to you because I like what she's doing. And no, she ain't getting a dime for what she's doing. Not a penny out of it. But she's going over there, got that dress for less, the blessed, Holy Ghost best, whatever it is. Huh? She got white, she got black. So she doing it. And so I say I wanna assist her. I wanna help her. I wanna give her a boost. So that's what I'm saying. Don't be slothful in business because somebody watching you. Somebody looking to see what you're doing. Not just the outside, but the inside. So remember that your children are watching it. There's a lot of children that they live an inconsistent. I lived, and all my life I've only lived with my mother in one house. I never lived anywhere else. I've only lived in one house all my life. 2300 First Street. Had one phone number until the cell phones came out. 294-6915. I remember my number by heart. I remember my address by heart because I ain't had about one, but one. How many addresses your child have had? How many addresses you've had? How many times you had to move? That's inconsistent. You teach instability. All my life. Can you imagine that? I left my mama's house when I was 18 years old. For 18 years, I lived in the same house, had the same address, had the same phone number. Never seen a light off, never seen a water off, never seen any of that. My mama taught me consistency. Now that has helped me all of my life and helped me to be able to be a consistent person. Can you imagine that? Our young people now, by the time they get 12, they done lived in 10 different places. One place, 18 years, one phone number, 18 years. I never picked up the phone and was cut off, never switched the lights and the lights was off, and I never lived anywhere else. I always had a place to call home, the same home. So those kind of things affect you. Those kind of things affect your children. They got to root up. They got to get new friends. They got to get new people. They got to do this. They've been here today and there today. That stuff affects them, and then you wonder why they're so unstable in what they do in life. You produce that in them. Y'all follow me? Lord, I hope this making some sense. Yeah, so those are the kind of things that you do. Not slow for the business. Get your business. My mama was a very wise businesswoman. I didn't realize it until I just watched. She's a very wise businesswoman. I mean, she's old as she is. She doesn't grow a garden selling peas and stuff. You know, greens, and she's a business lady. I went down there with her to get her car. When she went to get her car, she said she wanted a car. Go to the dealer. So I said, I'm getting the car here. She wanted me to go with her. I said, yeah, she's getting this, and she gonna pay cash for it. I said, yeah, she's paying cash for it. She said, Joe, what she want to pay? They coming, no, that ain't what I said. I said, this how much what I pay. This how much I'm gonna pay. If you can't do that, then I'm gone. Come here, ma'am. Businesswoman. Businesswoman. She taught me business. So I'm saying that's the kind of stuff that makes, and I honor her, man. I look at my mom. I think my mom is probably one of the brightest women that ever lived. That's why I value women, because I know what I'm doing down on. Because I know, man, my mama is a brainer. She's a brainer to take care of 5 children with no husband, and to really take care of and really do. I mean, really put her heart and mind in it. We have never missed a meal. I sit down and I watch her. I watch her operate. I watch her how she did business. I watch her come in the house. Mamas and stuff used to do this. Don't do this now. Now I look at how wise she was. She come in the house in the day and the lights on. She go to turn the lights off and fussing. Turn these on, those lights off. Then she went, cousin, you turn them off. You know, she had some other words. Turn them off. She wasn't cousin. Turn them off. I pay these bills. Y'all sit up there and turn the fan on. We had a air condition, but we couldn't run it until it was real hot and guests was coming. But she know what she had to do. She didn't have that money. Like if guests were coming, we sit up there, man. We'd be so glad with guests coming. We didn't have no central heating there. We had wonder units. We had wonder units. You know what I'm talking about, Todd. You see, y'all guys, y'all might not seen that. Mama go, turn all lights off. We were sitting in the house, TV on. Why that TV on and there ain't nobody watching it? Turn the TV off. Couldn't watch it. But then her light bill, she could know if that light bill, some of y'all just pay the bill. She'd know if that light bill, she'd say, y'all are gonna cut that, y'all have to cut that TV off this month. Keep that TV off. I want to say y'all gonna watch the TV 2 hours, don't have the fan on, because the bill is too high and I can't afford to pay that bill. And you know, hey, hey, cuz I'm coming down today, watch TV at your house. Why mama got everybody home? You know, that's how it was. Yes, ma'am. Oh yeah. What's that?
When I went home, it was 85. I said, no, I don't do that.
Tom said when he went home, it was 85 an hour. Granny wasn't cutting on no.
She was just sitting up there like it was already.
You know, but they thought about this, like when they build houses, they put the screens out, and they put the screens out because they know it would be hot in the house. They ain't want no air. They go outside in the screen. They had clotheslines and all that stuff. They were saving, man. I mean, even if we had a washer, you know, I mean, I can remember say, "Mama, you gonna get a dryer?" No, I'm putting them on the line, honey. You know, I mean, look, I was just about out the house when we got a dryer. And the only reason she got a dryer, because one of the people that she worked for gave her a dryer. And we would have been out there still hanging stuff on the line. Everybody else in the neighborhood got dryers and everything. We watched it. I think my mom would have still had us with a rub board and a tin tub. But right now, you look at her. She got 3 pieces of property. Very wise thinker. So that's the kind of stuff she was thinking ahead. You guys got to start getting those kind of mindset right now, so that you won't be slowful in business. And I think it's helpful. That's all. This kind of thing. Y'all you gotta work hard now, store up now, so you have what you need later. Just like the ads. I was talking the other day in Hebrews chapter 6 and 12. Any questions at this point? Any questions? Making any sense? All right. And my mama come in there fussing and fussing. Cut them lights off. You know. We didn't have a microwave till years later. Everybody got. We didn't even have cable, man. But my mama know what she could afford. That was business. Can you afford cable? You know, hey, can you afford it? If you can't afford it, how many phone numbers you done had in the last 10 years? Look, God can't even remember your phone number because every month it changed. It's hitting home, right? It ought to, you know. Boy, we got some work to do, right? Got some work to do. Just persistent. Read what it says, Vlad. Hebrews 6 and 12. That you be not what? Slothful? First Thessalonians 4 and 11. Now, how about investing too? We want to talk about that. I get that one, Nick. Hmm. Work with your own hand. Do your own business. All right. What's your business, guys? I want to know what is your business. Wallace, you got business? What's your business? I ain't talking about that kind of business. You say you got a business on eBay. I ain't talking about that one. I'm talking about what is your business? What? I'm looking for the right answer. What is your business? Any guys know what your business is? Know your business, Vlad? You know your business. How about you, Gerard? I thought Gerard was going to say something. You know your business? Life is it life, Nick? Family. That's your business. So, Drika is your business. Them babies your business. But that's your business. That's the business you got. So it's your responsibility, first and foremost. It's your business. Um, Quinn, I know your name. They think I'm getting old. I know you. Now, the question is this that I have for you. Now, how much authority do you want in your house, Vlad? Huh? How much? Complete. All right. How about you, Wallace? So complete. Italics, all of them. Authority. How much authority you want in your house? All of it. All right. Everybody that want all authority in your house, lift your hand now. Okay. Now, your business. How many times have you paid McDonald's light bill? Okay, time for the burger. You paid how many? How many paid? How many times you paid their water bill? Do you have any say so in McDonald's? Do you have any say so in Burger King? None at all. Can you go in there and tell them what to do? Why? Because they feel like, even though you know that you've technically helped them, they feel like that you don't have any say so in it because it's not your business. You heard that saying that said, I pay the cost to be the boss. That is true. That is true. So all of your aim, remember, is your business. Okay? Now in that business that you got, everybody that work at McDonald's is subject to that manager. Why are they subject to that manager? He's authority. But what else? Huh? He okay. Now you got a business, Blad. Say you got a truck business, and 1 week in you come by and you ask me, you want me to help you go and pick up some tires in that truck. You say, Pastor, can you come by and help me pick up that tires in that truck? And me and you riding in that truck, and while we riding, guys, we get pick up the tires. The guy give you $500, right? When we get back home to your house, I get ready to leave. What you gonna do? Huh? You gonna what talk? What you gonna do? What?
Give somebody for help.
Give me some money for helping? You really are? What about you, Wallace? Uh, if Vlad picked me up and tell me he got a tire business, he go pick up tires and tell me to go ride with him to pick up tires. I help him that day picking up some tires. When I come back, and we get to his house, the guy done gave Vlad $500. When he get to his house, I give it to the lead. What think Vlad gonna do? How many of y'all believe that's right? Do y'all believe that's the right thing to do? He said he gonna give him some money. He gonna give him some. How many of y'all feel like that's the right thing to do? Okay. So the Bible says your wife is your helpmeet. She helping you, right? So I'm trying to train y'all a certain way so that you don't have the mindset of the world. Don't get the thought that your wife, now, when as long as you have to, you do. But don't get the thought that she's supposed to help you with bills. Don't even get into that. That's the wrong way of thinking from the very beginning. Don't even think that. So if y'all got the 50-50, 75-25, 40-40, even though it's there, it might be there not. Now, sisters, don't get happy if y'all at the point that you can't afford it. Now, don't say, you heard what Pastor say. Hey, if you pay another bill, get all that. You heard what he say. No, that ain't what I'm saying. Because some of y'all have to work to that. But don't get that the mindset, because that ain't the mindset. Everything there, that's why her name was switched to yours and your name not switched to hers, because she became your responsibility. She became a altador. She became a cadet. She became a Philistine. All right. So that means now that she's in that name, she becomes your liability. It's your job to take care of her. So don't get the mindset, I'm going somewhere. Don't get the mindset. So the responsibility of taking care of those things is totally yours, 100%. And then you should be striving and pushing as a male to reach that level. Now, the breakdown of the American home is because the white folk and that are racist design it so that a woman that is black can get a better job than a man and get more money than a man to throw the balance of the house off so that you will never be able to provide. And then they fix the desires that she will always have a more expensive desire than what you can afford so that you will never be able to be in total place where you can pay for everything, that you can do everything. So you have to counteract that by not being slothful in business, by making provision, by doing. That's your mindset. Don't buy into this American way. You see, those guys over there, I remember Ella Stevens, his wife was going to get a job one time. And we was out there. She said she gonna get a job because she said it's, I don't know what the whole argument was. And he said if you work, I'm quitting. That was just his mindset. But you'll follow what I'm saying. And then to be able, that's what make you feel like that ought to be what motivates you as a male to make you feel when you're able to go in there and say, okay, go do this here. That make you feel like that's the thing you ought to strive for, make you feel, so not slow in business. Always do that. You see, now when you see things like that, that's seeing a man that understand his role and understand his position and understand where he's supposed to be. And don't be slow for in business. So let's start right now. Quint, you and Todd, y'all work the business back up. Whatever needs to be done. All right. All right. Let me get some questions. No questions. No comment. School. Yes, ma'am. Talk loud to Christy. Y'all know Christy can sing, right? I heard her on the video. She was singing Sunday. All right. Go ahead, Christy. I got the proof now. Talk loud where I can hear you. Do it. You should live away. Put as a single woman, you know what your goal should be? To be to a point that don't matter whether you're single or not. That it don't matter. When you get that kind of confidence, don't ever worry about because you ain't married. First of all, get yourself to a point that don't matter. When you get that kind of confidence, men are drawn to women with confidence. Okay, so when you get that kind of confidence, now there's two things. They're drawn to women with confidence and they're scared of women with too much. So you don't have a lot of confidence too much. So sometimes it's that you got too much. Guys scared. He said, man, I'd never be able to offer nothing. That girl got 5 cars and a house. No, hide that stuff. No, really, really. So, but you got to get confidence within yourself. That's first of all. Get confidence within yourself. Cause the higher you add to value to who you are. Once you start adding value to who you are, then you attract a certain type of person. There's certain people that ain't gonna even try to come to you because they already know, no, don't even come to her that way. But you gotta add to your own self and begin and to be confident in who you are. All right. And you start as a young single woman saving. You start saving. At the position you are now, how long you been working? Okay. How long you been single? How old are you? You act like you had to think about that. How old are you? 28. So you've been single 28 years, been working since you was 14. Okay? You ought to have at least $50,000 saved. At least. I'm just saying that. All right? But because I'm saying that you build your own confidence level up and you have no children, so that'll make it I mean at this point right now, you can really start and not in a negative way, but you can really start valuing yourself and adding value to yourself. Every month you put some money, but you could put help your parents if you do, but you can put 50% of your money aside and save it. You add value to yourself. You add value to yourself, and then you feel value. And then, you know, you don't have to, you won't settle for anything. Somebody come up to you, you already know what you got, and then you say to yourself, hey, hey man, you got to come better than that, brother. That's how you add value. Okay, so get your house. That's fine. If you feel like that, you start focusing on money, the buying a house, but get it and look at it as an investment too. Look at that something for investment. That's the way you kind of do that, and you add to yourself. Start looking at yourself with value. Don't start slowing your business. At this time, man, y'all single people that you ain't got no responsibility. Y'all ought to really be making. Y'all ought to be putting money aside, doing things, and especially in your condition. All right. Any other questions or comment? I want to hear something from you. Any questions or comment? Any questions? Anybody? Huh? All right. Now, this is what you do. You ask yourself, where do I want to be 10 years from now? And where was I 10 years ago? Where I want to be 10 years from now? Where was I 10 years ago? And always have you ask yourself the question, what do I have to show for? What do I have to show for? If you don't want nothing, fine. But then you say, what do I have to show for? Now, I'm not bragging, and I don't intend to brag. I still feel like I'm behind on a lot of things that I probably could have had and should have had. And first of all, it's the blessing of God and the favor of God. But then God has allowed me to make good decisions and wise decisions. I got preachers my age that very, very, I've seen them, man, they die. Their family had to depend on the church. The wife had to become a pastor all of a sudden. She got to be called and become a big apostle and put a clergy collar on her because they ain't got nowhere to go, nowhere to live, nowhere. I didn't wait. I didn't wait. Y'all seen it, Gerard. You saw it from a little boy. You saw it. You saw production. I rode in a raggedy Torcel, lived in Polk City, and I lived in a 2 bedroom. I lived now look, Quint, I lived where you used to live. 325 Ernest Drive, apartment D, as in dog. That's how I used to say it. I stayed there 1 year. I moved from there from 1 year and went into a house built from the ground. Never lived in the house we lived. We have never lived in any house that anybody lived in before us. Every house that I've lived in besides that apartment has been brand new. Nobody ever lived in it. House in Polk City, nobody. That was the first one to live in it. It was the first blacks, I think, in that neighborhood. Some of the first blacks. Well, we about the first, about the second blacks in that neighborhood. They came in there, put KKK on the drywall and everything else. I said, I'm gonna move here if y'all get. I don't care who you got here now. You better back up. But that was in Polk City, and we were like in our 20s, man. But we wasn't gonna stay in no apartment no rest of our life and no Ernest Drive out there and settle. No, we weren't gonna do that. Whatever it's gonna take to get out of there, we got out of there. Okay, so got out of there. Moved out, so I got goals. One of my goals, I want to make sure that each one of my kids have a house that I purchase for them when they get older. They can't sell, but they always have somewhere to go. Always have somewhere to live. They can't get a. That's a goal that I have. You got to get some goals. We got ready to build a parsonage. Got some goals. All I'm trying to say is get a vision, get a goal, stick with it. Tylex got some goals. He said what he wanted to do. He went right away. First thing he went, he made sure that. Make Lexus feel good. You know how that make her feel to be able to rock around there and you're gonna get some haters. You do like that. And I went in the house the other day and it is nice. Girl, you know how to design some stuff. Yeah, it's nice. I walked in there, I said, Lord, look at Lexus. Man, look at that. I gotta come over there to eat. I gotta find out can you cook. And don't let me come over there and be no last supper now. I don't want to be like the but the house is pretty, the house is beautiful. And then just that sense of pride for your husband to be sitting there, he got that sense of pride and to feel like, this is a great accomplishment, something that I've done. And Jude, I think You just got a new house, and I feel like that most of you all. I mean, I pretty much y'all got the picture of what I'm saying. But what I'm trying to say is that you build and add value. Get a mentality to get out. Get a mentality to get out. Get a mentality to get out. You know, not that you can't. It don't mean that you any better than anybody else, because somebody else maybe have other goals that they're doing in life too. But I'm just saying, because that life is not just having a house. Life is not just having a car, but you got to have a goal and work on that goal. All right, anybody else? Anybody else? Let me get some questions, some comments. Maybe it's education, maybe it's school or whatever. Let me get some. Let me get some comment or question. No question. No question. Y'all ready to go home, aren't you? Yes. Well, well, if you don't want a house, that's fine. Find out why you don't want one. You want to live. You want to live somewhere. You, oh, when you single, that's fine. I don't have to get one for me. I get one to rent out. I get one to own, or either just save your money. Just save your money. Right now, and man, look for deals. Just call for me. Be on it in business. Be on it in business. Right now, uh, there's a house down the road. Got that house. I'm making $600 on that house. Okay, it's paid off. Nick watched me pay it off. He watched me pay it off. I use him to pay my bills because I want you to see what's going on, not just to do them. I want you to see how it's coming. And I had that house, I guess, what, 2 years, 3 years? You know how long I had it? About 3 years. You know, Nick, I give it to Nick. Nick paid the money. Nick paid the bill. I want him to see what's going on so he can understand. Now I own that. I get all my money back out of that house. But I ain't getting that money. I ain't bothering him. I got another piece of property. I'm letting that house pay for itself. Sending $500 over there every month on that other property I got. Get ready to sell that. That's stuff I don't need. You start making your money make money for you. Once you get that, all you need is that one break. You don't. Now I don't do nothing else with that. That's money I don't even bother. I ain't bothering none of that. Uh, I've lost probably $15,000 in that crab crib so far. Now that got to make my money back. It's gonna do something. If I get somebody that gave them 30 days and it's on death row, it don't make no money in a few days, and they get to a point when I see that it's draining them. I said, no, it's gotta. The people that's doing it. If you're in the boat, you got to get the water out yourself. You don't want to get the water out yourself. I got to do something. I gotta, but what I'm trying to get you to see, and don't let people hate on you because you get to that point. I had to work hard to get there. I had to work hard. I had to work very, very, very hard. Save and strategize to get where I am. I had to work from the bottom, just like you. I started at the bottom. I mean, at zero. I was like you. I was your age. I did not have. We could have went for help and asked for help and got there, but we got up and got the loan ourselves to get the house. It was tough. I paid for that house, all those kind of things. Sister Washington, no. Sister Washington, them were very, very, Sister Washington them in the church. You probably look at Sister Washington, them. They was like the top notch, boy. I mean, but they never had that attitude. Never act like that. Back then they was probably the strongest tithers in the church. Every 2 or 3 years they never treated anybody different. They never treated, so they saw us. They had to help us. They had to help me get my car, help me get different things. They've always been there. God has always surrounded us by good people. We had people to come stay. They couldn't stay with us. We had that little old house. So had to go, had to get Sister Washington them to help and different things like that. And I needed loans or money or help. They always been there to help, always been there to do. But we worked ourselves out of, and right now to this day, and that's what you guys have to do right now to this day. None of that stuff, none of that working, none of that doing any of that. This Sister Kyle have to do none of that. Business, business wise, business thing. You do that. You get an incentive to do that. You work to do that. You get that mind to do. Get in the business realm. Get in the business field. More out of life. That's an accomplishment. My daughters, I was talking, say, Daddy, what is who? One of them didn't even know the house was there. So who? I said, I said, I own that house now. But I paid it, and I won't say I in a bad way. I'm just trying to show you, you can do that. What you get a check? What? You have no children. Okay, where your money going? What you doing? Going to dentist after church? I tell them after church, y'all going on the dentist. I'm going back to eat me a bologna sandwich. Get your money, save your money. Get your house. Get your son. You ain't got to live in it. You got to live in it. Rent it out. Make you some money. If I was 20 again, and I could have those little things there, because I did save money before I got married. If I was 20 again and could do things again financially wise, I wouldn't buy another suit. I wouldn't buy another shoe. I wouldn't buy. I may not. I may get some. I may cut my own hair. I may just. I may just wear black. Cause now I understand the value of saving. But y'all got it now. Before. Y'all got it now before. So you start saving. Put something aside. You'll be able to do. Especially you single ladies. You single ladies, man, y'all got it. Y'all really got it. Y'all really got it. You gotta curb your desires. Get it, go down and let Cassie do a braid, keep it like that for a year. Keep yourself up. You can still keep it up. The braids don't last a year. How long? How, huh? Straight up? Huh? Oh, they're straight up? Okay, so what you need to do? Get a hairdo every 3 months. Get it every 3 months. You can do stuff with them braids. Put a bow tie on it or something. Go down and put some activate on it. I'm just talking. But I mean, I'm saying just curb your desires. Curb your desires, and do those kind of things like that. All right, any other questions? So y'all take that and note. Take that and note. If I ask you next month, I say, how much you got saved aside? How much you got saved? How much you got on the side? You ought to be able to say something. All right? Anybody else? Don't be rushing to get another car. Keep what you got. Brittany, you still got your car, right? I wouldn't get another. It's working. It work good. It take you where you want to go. I wouldn't get another. Even if somebody laugh at it, say, hey, that's fine. I ain't got no payment. That's it. That Chrysler is with me till death do us apart. Promise you that. It's with me till death. Every car that I have, it done died on me. I pass it down. I try every one of them. That Chrysler, I stay there till the end. I ain't got no payments. None. None at all. I done got it painted. I'm gonna get me some leather seats in there. Yeah, hey, and then I'm gonna keep it till it become an antique. Then I sell it. No, man. Sometimes I have to watch it because I get a little, I believe black go with everything. I don't get all them color shoes. I just got one pair of black shoes and a brown one. I'm gonna do better. I had a pair of gray. Somebody took them, but y'all ladies got a shoe that go with everything. But save it. We good, right? I'm just talking. Y'all have different desires than we do, so that's different. I'm not trying to say, but at your state, look nice, take care of yourself, but save some money. Save some money. All right? Any other question? Another question. And Gerard, you're doing very well. I come in, when I had the conversation, how long you've had your job, son? Now. Going on what? 2 months. I'm very proud of you. I saw something you did, very proud of. I talked to you too. I'm very proud of. I'm very proud of. Now we're gonna start working towards other goals, reaching goals. And I know you don't mind that. I ain't hating on your phone. I just want you to I need one myself. So, hey, my phone. I'm keeping my phone. I thought I was gonna get rid of this morning because it was cutting up. But I did something And they kept sending me this message. I did something, I went in there. Oh, you tried to help me. It's off life support now. They got to hold on a little while longer until it died. My phone, before I get rid of it, it's going to be dead. It's going to be dead, But say I don't want them to get me no contract and I got to stand there this amount of time and all that. They fix them phones that die, so you'll get a new one. So I fixed mine, they ain't going to die. I'll put that thing put it on the altar or something. But I've had my phone now, what, 2 or 3 years? I think about 2 years. Has it been that long? No, about two, because I got a battery. Is that the one I got a battery for, or that's the new one? I went down there and got a battery for one, you remember? Yeah, okay, something like that. I don't know. But, right, yeah. But it had its damn fame. It was new when I got it. So, all right, any other questions or comments? So let's help, Gerard, let's help you reach that goal. I want you to be able to now start working towards, uh, getting some of the little business things that you need to have straight. Vlad is buying a new house, so we're grateful for that. And then Quint, you and Todd start working on getting that business going straight. Okay. All right, Essie, we're certainly proud of you. Y'all see how diligently Kizzy working? I mean, Kizzy be selling dinners and everything, man. She's trying to do what's good to do. And so you work. Essie, we're so proud of you. We are so proud of you. We thank God for what God is doing in your life. And I just want to go down 37th Street and get the microphone and just walk down and say, everybody see Essie. Essie done changed because all them devils been talking. Look at you. They talking about you all on Facebook, Essie. They was talking about Essie on Facebook. They said they had you up there. Gerard got you up there testifying all over the world. And people liking it and talking about it. I'm so glad I didn't treat her bad. I'm so glad. All kind of stuff on there. So glad that the church got love. That's something. You're a different person. We thank God for you. I wish I would have been there to hear that testimony. Keep it up, Essie. All right, keep it going. All right, Christine. Should I say Mrs. Christine, the great Miss Christine, the great professor, smart lady. All right, speak to yourself. I want you to handle your business, get your thing taken care of, whatever needs to be done. Work on it. Get that car. Work on it. Don't procrastinate on it. Make sure you get your priorities straight. You got to push for what you need to have. All right. Any comments or any questions? All right. Well, I guess we'll get ready to go. Let's get our offering. If you have tithes, get them. Brother Ivan, we thank God for you here. Appreciate you, man.